Hi, I'm Michele Miskovich.
And I will be asking Michele a few questions on her art practice and what inspires her. So Michele, why film?
Well, it's a pretty soulful medium. I love the analog aspect, and growing up, I always shot Polaroids. We had our refrigerator just lined with lots of photographs, point and shoots. My mom still carries a little disposable camera in her purse. I guess I was reared on film. I never knew digital.
How cool, yeah. And what inspires you creatively?
Light, truth, meaning light in shadows and just unmanipulated circumstances that I want to be a part of. I mean, not that anything manipulated isn't also cool, but I feel more inspired by kind of like peeking through, the keyhole kind of thing, watching something truthful transpire.
Cool. And in 20 years from now, do you see yourself using the same medium?
Definitely. I think I'll be an old lady in my darkroom and just developing and always out shooting for sure. I love how we just lost Bill Cunningham recently. He was, till the end, just filled with inspiration and enjoying himself and sharing that with the world.
So when you first started using photography, how did you learn how to use a camera?
Well, I taught myself. I've taken some classes and darkroom classes, things like that. The exciting thing is I have a lot to learn, and some of it sometimes I shy away from it. I don't want the mystery to be gone of, you don't ever know what's gonna be on that frame until until it's there, and I love the magic within that. But I want to strive to, become a better master film photographer.
And how do you think being female affects your creativity and your eye?
I don't know if it's a feminine or masculine thing. I mean, I definitely am not a macho person, so I feel the feminine is in me more, but I've also kind of had the mindset of whatever a guy can do, or a boy can do, or a man can do, I can do also. I never was raised or had any kind of predisposition about beauty, or fortunately, I think in this day and age, it's a little different, but I just didn't have that awareness. I just think it's an innate thing that I listen to, and if that's the feminine ear, the benevolent kind of magic, you can call it that, but I see it in men as well, so I just think it's a human thing.
Interesting. So do you have an image in the show that speaks to you really strongly, one specific one?
Visiting Maria has a lot of layers to it, and it's very evocative, and there's a lot of story there. I resonate with that one, and I also enjoy the dichotomy of some of the ones that are celebrating a moment of solitude, or like very intimate, not being alone, but we are. Not lonely, but we are alone sometimes, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to be alone, and I like those moments.
Of solitude.
Solitude,
Yeah.
I think it's an important thing in this world where I can be extroverted, and I wanna know a lot about people, and I'm interested in people, but then at the same time I like to have my solitude.
Totally.
It's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can learn from both sides of it, for for sure.
So what do you see yourself doing next as an artist?
I'm already kind of doing a lot at the moment. We've been shooting this cool sci-fi comedy web series, and I'm acting and directing it. I'm acting in it and directing it, and I'm finishing up a short film that I shot years ago, and I have a couple secret things kind of percolating, and I'm always shooting, so there's always like the inspiration here and there and everywhere, so it's just an ongoing thing, living this.
Definitely exciting things ahead.
Yeah, I'm like blabbering on at this point.
And how do you think social media affects your work?
I don't think it influences. I get energized by it. I love discovering new people and places and artists and things that, like, oh, I wouldn't have known that, or I wouldn't have seen that. And even recently, I can't remember her name, but this incredible gal doing these sculptures with glass and women and children, and just contemporary art that's happening, and people that are on the pulse of things. I feel like we're on to the next wave. Everything started to kind of look the same to me recently. And I think we're on the precipice of something fresh. So that's exciting, like just being a part of the wave. This is a very new thing, but it's cool to share.
Yeah, and that transitions really well into the next question. Who are artists that energize you and inspire you?
Presently, I always go back to the masters. There's a period with Win Bullock that is like the 50s, and it's really incredible to me, and I love Maya Deren, kind of like avant-garde woman, and who else? Francesca Woodman, of course Diane Arbus. She's great, and the discovery of Vivian Mayer recently, that such a beautiful story, and her work is gorgeous. Yeah, I think there's lots of kids on Instagram too that have a fresh outlook, and it's fun to see, like a different generation. Kind of, it's inspiring, bookending it, the new and the old in your own thing, and we're all kind of pulling and drawing from each other. I think it's a community of artists that it's beautiful to be inspired by each other.
Definitely.
Or not, sometimes. There's plenty of things on Instagram like, oh. But I've taken those pictures too. Or, have done something that's not as incredible as maybe I could. Or it's an evolution for us all.
Definitely. Well, Michele, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you. It's